This is Julien, and I'm here in Frankfurt, Germany. And what I want to talk about in this video here is how to stop procrastinating. Let's do this. Anyone procrastinate? Yeah? Any lazy fucks in the audience? You seem, I knew you'd raise your, no, I'm kidding. A lot of lazy motherfuckers, huh? If you didn't raise your hand, you're lying to yourself. That's even worse, okay? Everyone fucking procrastinates. I kid you not. There's a lot of things you know you should be doing, but do you do them? No, you're procrastinating answering this question. You're like, oh, should I answer? I'm a little too lazy to answer no. Stop valuing the fantasy over reality. And this is huge. We're also conditioned this way with the internet, with YouTube, with social media. We keep looking at other people. We keep looking virtually. We keep imagining what our life would be like, could be like, if we did X, Y, Z. Stop that. Okay? It's absolutely crazy. If you think about it, every single night, most of the population, most of the world, what do? They sit down in front of their fucking television. Or in 2018, they probably sit down in front of their computer. I can guarantee over 50% of you at night come home after work, sit down, put your computer on, you might jack off, then you might eat, and you're literally eating in front of a fucking screen. Most people cannot eat without a screen watching something in front of them. And it's crazy if you think about it, you're getting lost in this virtual version of life, this virtual adventure, this virtual cool thing of another person doing amazing things. You might watch a video of me. You might be sitting watching me. I hope you're not, jacking off, but I hope you're eating and watching me. And it's cool, okay? You'll learn a lot, and it's great for inspiration, but do not use this as an excuse to just live through me. Live through the screen. You're trying to find life in this fucking little screen, in this little YouTube fucking screen, when life is all around you. And everyone does this every single night. You sit down and get lost virtually. That is life. That's the adventure. Someday, life's fucking right around you. Next time you sit in front of the screen, look around. It's right here for the taking. Why not live the things you're watching on this screen? Yeah, doing it. You know? Was that? The same with social media. It's like you're just scrolling through all these pictures like, oh man, that's so cool. Make that real life. Don't get lost. Make it happen. Don't wait for it to happen. Make it happen. You see someone doing a cool thing in the street? Go do it. You can walk outside this door and fucking do it right now. Okay? The same with that vision you have of yourself. When I do this. I remember I had this back in the day with music. I'm like, you know what? When I record my album, when I fucking do the concert, then it's going to be amazing. And I'd watch these videos of, musicians playing. My favorite is The Doors. And I'd be like, fuck, one day. And the more I did this, number one, the more resistance I would have to actually taking action because you get so lost in it, the higher expectations I had, and I would fear that if I actually made it real, it would never live up to that dream. Fuck the fantasy, make it real. Beyond that, when it comes to procrastination, we think we procrastinate because we're lazy and we want to avoid spending energy. However, you are spending energy by resisting doing that thing. You're spending energy either way. It's not like, I don't feel like it. I'm tired. Maybe tomorrow. Fuck, I don't want to do this shit. It's a lot of work. Resisting it and then coming up with the rationalizations and excuses, that's draining as fuck. So why not just do it? You're going to spend that energy either way. Direct it proactively. Okay, I've seen this for years when it comes to guys going to say hi to a girl. They're like, oh my God, I can't. I'm like, dude, if you just actually said hi, that'd be way less energy than all this resistance and excuses and freaking out and trying to, let me get some water first. Let me use the bathroom. Let me get more water. Oh, now I need to pee again. Oh my God. It's like, just fucking do it. That's way more energy lost than just saying hi. No, It's insane, you know? It's like we think it's like we're lazy. No, you're spending more energy not doing it, okay? So try to direct it proactively. And then beyond that too, you can do things to boost your energy, okay? What are some things you can do? Okay. You could do, so like, you can do cocaine. I've personally never, people think I have, but maybe I haven't. I've never done that. I have done LSD, acid, once, 9 years ago. Worst experience, actually craziest, it was, I wanted intense, it was too intense. No, literally, if you haven't heard this story, I'll just share it real fast. It was when I first moved to LA. So I first moved to LA and I was working at this place called the Coffee Bean, which is like a Starbucks, and serving coffees. I made damn good coffees. I made damn good lattes, I kid you not. And everyone there, like, you know, they're kind of, how to say, you know, not the most high-end people, not judging them. I was there. And they all had access to drugs. And I asked my friend, I'm like, you know what, I just moved here. I've always wanted to try acid LSD. I always wanted to hallucinate. I've heard a lot about it. I've never done it. Can you get me some? And the guy's like, sure, dude, I'll get it tomorrow. Easy access, LA, Coffee Bean. So he shows up, he's like, here's 6 hits. It was like 6 little sugar cube candy things. He's like, start with 1. If you want, and I'm like, dude, I want to go intense. He's like, if you want to go intense, maybe do 2, and wait, say 30, 40 minutes for it to kick in. So I'm like, fuck yeah. And he's like, and make sure someone's there with you to watch you. You know, don't look at yourself in the mirror if you do it, et cetera, et cetera. So I go home. It's New Year's Eve. I'm staying at this guy's apartment. He's gone. And I'm home alone. And I purposely wanted like the most intense fucking trip. I didn't even care if I bad tripped. I didn't even know what a bad trip was. I'm like, I want a trip. So I get there and I take 2. I'm like, I'll just start, you know, a little intense, take 2. And then I start drinking an entire bottle of wine. And taking painkillers. So I really wanted the fucking trip. And I'm chugging the wine. I'm all alone in the apartment. I turn off all the lights except for my computer screen, so all I see is the bright light, and I'm chatting with this girl in Switzerland. And after 25 minutes, I'm like, nothing's happening. You know, I really want to hallucinate. Like, my vision of, you know, impression or expectation when it comes to hallucinating is I want to see a pink elephant. So I'm like, where's this elephant? So I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. And I take the other 4. So I take 6 hits. It was horrible. It was horrible. So I take the other 4. The next day I found out it could have permanently damaged my brain, which it might have. So I take the other 4, and I'm just sitting there, just drinking the whole bottle of wine, and then it fucking kicks in, and holy shit. Like, I did see actually the pink elephant. I kid you not. That's the first thing I saw. I turned, right there. Then I'm like, whoa, this is crazy. Let's go in front of the mirror. The thing you should never do, go in front of the mirror, spend 45 minutes looking at myself, my face changing in the mirror. Thank God there wasn't a knife next to me. I'd be like cutting shit, I kid you not. And I couldn't sleep. You can't fucking sleep. You try so hard to sleep, and the whole room, like the ceiling open, the galaxy was there. It was way too intense. Never again. Back to my point though. That is why I've never tried cocaine. What's some other ways? Exercising. Some other ways, getting good sleep. Okay, it's crazy how people get shitty sleep. Even if you sleep a long time, maximize that sleep. Some things you can do. Eye mask. Sleep with an eye mask. It takes 2 weeks to get used to. Do it. Sleep with earplugs. Put white noise on. Black out your windows. That's something I do if I tour. It's like garbage bags on the windows, so it's pitch fucking black. It looks like a Dexter kill room, but you'll sleep amazingly well, okay? If you're procrastinating, I kid you not, that excuse is, I'm too tired, I don't feel like it. Find a way to boost your energy to feel like it. Going a little deeper, you gotta ask yourself, like, what's the payoff? And this is a little counterintuitive. So we always assume, like, I'm procrastinating, now what? Flip it around, why do you actually like procrastinating? Because there's a part of you, if it's a constant pattern in your life, that probably likes it. And some reasons could be that you're really hooked on scarcity in terms of motivation. Okay, so there's 2 ways to be motivated. The cliche is, I'm motivated by fear, by hate, by, you know, fuck this shit, I'm gonna do it, or pressure, or I'm motivated by love, by abundance. due to the way that we're conditioned, we're all really hooked on scarcity, on hate, on fear. And guess what? The more you procrastinate, exactly, the more fear, the more pressure. So if you're really hooked on it, you actually like waiting and procrastinating because then you get that hit of motivation. Another one could be, if you really dive into the identity you have, significance. Okay, I was talking recently with a Skype client of mine. I do Skype coaching. And he really procrastinates all the time. Why? Because he identifies subconsciously as the underdog, as the person who, no one really believes in him, and then he proves them wrong. There needs to be some kind of challenge he overcomes. So for example, right now he's at this really good job, and it's in finance and stuff. And the guy brings him into the firm. He's like, look, you seem really talented. I've read your resume. I really want you to come on, and if you prove yourself in the next few years, I'll give you a really high-end position. I eventually want to retire. So it's an amazing opportunity. The guy who hired him really believes in him, yet he's not doing the work. He's slacking off. And that's why he took the coaching. He's like, why do I keep doing this? And it really goes back to every pattern in his life where he needs someone to doubt him. Part of him wants the boss to be like, maybe I made a wrong choice. Maybe this is not the person I should have hired. Maybe this is kind of some kind of fuck up. What did I do? And then when that happens, now there's a challenge to overcome. Now no one believes in him. Now he's the underdog, and now he can prove them wrong by finally doing the work. So procrastinating in order to have this challenge to overcome and feel important, feel significant. That's another reason. Okay? So, here's another really good one. Procrastinating or fucking up because you don't feel like you deserve success. Huge. A lot of us feel like we don't deserve it due to something that we might have done or not done in the past. We carry a lot of guilt inside of us. And we think that, not necessarily consciously, but we think that if we get success, we wouldn't be punished for what we did and we would no longer be good. So you keep self-sabotaging in order to punish yourself to feel good. Okay, so ask yourself, what could be the payoff is huge. And lastly, when it comes to procrastination, sometimes it's good. Sometimes it's a sign that what you're doing is not authentic to you. It might not be something that you should be doing, and then part of you keeps, delaying it because it's saying, what the fuck are you doing? Follow your purpose. What are you doing? Okay, and that only you can identify it by going into your body and looking how you feel. Okay, the one I always go by is if someone put a gun to your fucking head, gun to the head, what's the truth? You'll know. Okay, are you procrastinating or is it something you shouldn't be doing? You'll fucking know. First thing that comes up before all the excuses, before your mind kicks in, listen to that. This is Julien, and welcome to Transformation Mastery.
It was fucking amazing.
This was huge for me. This was so important.
This gave me by far the greatest epiphanies I've ever had.
It just made me finally confront my deepest fears.
And we got real deep, and I found some issues within myself.
One of the best things I've seen so far in my life.
What you're about to experience going through this program is what completely changed my life on every single level. Okay, be it health, wealth, relationships, higher purpose, you name it. This is the stuff that finally produced that true, long-lasting personal transformation we're all after.